Now let us learn about the human respiratory system and the parts of human respiratory system and the passage of air. So human respiratory system begins with the nostrils. Nostrils are two openings present just above the upper lip, and this nasal passage leads to the nasopharynx region, and which this one leads into the trachea, which is also called as windpipe. Trachea is also called as windpipe. Trachea has many C-shaped cartilaginous rings. So, as you can see here, this is the trachea leading into bronchi, bronchioles and the alveoli. Now let us move on and see what is the passage of the air. So, the air inhalation. The inhalation process begins at the nasal passage, nothing but the nostrils, where the hair is present, which will prevent the entry of the dust particles into the nasal passage. The mucus and the humidity present in this region makes the air humid. Now this humid air enters into the trachea. This humid air enters into the trachea, which is also called as windpipe, and as I told earlier, the trachea has a C-shaped cartilaginous ring-like structures which will prevent it from collapsing during the exhalation and the inhalation. Now we can see the clear structure of the trachea where C-shaped cartilaginous rings are present. So this is the trachea, which leads into two bronchi, and then this bronchi leads into bronchioles. Okay, let us see in detail. This bronchi leads into bronchioles and then it ends with the alveoli. Now let us see the structure of alveoli, which is the structural and functional unit of the respiratory system. I am saying it as the structural and functional unit of respiratory system because the main exchange part of the respiratory system, the main exchange of CO2 and oxygen takes place inside this alveoli. So as you can see here, alveoli is supplied with plenty of blood capillaries. Change of gases takes place between the wall of the alveoli and the blood capillaries. Now let us see in detail about that. This is the wall of alveoli, and so as you can see here, the blood from all the parts of the body has high CO2 molecules in it, and because of this difference, the oxygen molecules are going to the blood capillaries and the carbon dioxide molecules are entering into the alveoli, and this air will be exhaled out. So the oxygen content which is there now in the blood, the oxygen molecules which are there in the blood will be supplied to all the parts of the body, and the CO2 molecules which are there will be exhaled out through the air present in the alveoli. This is how exchange of gas between the alveoli and blood capillaries happens.